Welcome back to Forza Horizon 5 and a brand new car. This is the Lotus Esprit Turbo from the 1980s, and I love it. It is a tiny little lightweight sports cars, and today we're gonna unlock it and customize it. Before we jump into that, Forzathon shop for the week, almost as disappointing as being friends with Nathan. All right, and across the line. Just like that, the Lotus Esprit is officially ours. What a beautiful car. Wait. This is the Essex version? I didn't know this is the Essex version. That's a really special version. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused by this car. You will see why. As per usual, wouldn't be an AR12 video without any fun fact about apparently this very confusing little Lotus Esprit Turbo. This is the second generation of Lotus Esprit. It is the first generation with a fat turbocharger on it. Back throughout the 70s and the 80s, a whole bunch of car manufacturers started messing around with like actually turboing road cars. When the Lotus Esprit initially came out, I think it was like 1978 or something like that. They came out with a non-turbocharged version. That was awesome. That was great. The reason I'm so confused about this car, up until about 2 minutes ago, I was under the impression that all of the Lotus Esprit Essex versions were blue, red, and white to make them look like the Formula 1 car. Hold on, I'll show you. That's what the paint job looked like on the Formula 1 car. This is an Essex version of the Lotus Esprit, kind of to honor the Lotus Formula 1 car. I had no idea there were red ones. Somebody who knows more about Lotus, please let me know in the comments because I'm a little confused by this situation now. This is also a little bit of a sad car. Colin Chapman's the guy who made Lotus back in the day. This car came out in 1980, and in 1982, Mr. Colin Chapman died. It is one of the final cars that he worked on. In terms of Forza Horizon 5, the AI is miles behind. The AI is gunzo. This thing is rapid in this game. What a lovely little car to drive. I have no idea what happened there, but I will take it. Anyways, let's see what customization we can do to this thing. Bone stock, it's kind of at the bottom of C-Class. I think with the right upgrades, we could probably make a fun B-Class car. Keep it fairly realistic, but honor Colin Chapman by making it lighter and make it a cornering monster. So we do have a load of different engine swaps. 3.2 straight 6, 2 liter straight 4, 2.6 liter straight 6 twin turbo. I haven't seen an RB26 engine swap in this game in ages. That's a 5.2 liter V8 from that car. I didn't plan this. I don't know. Well played. When Lotus was designing this car, they kind of built it with the possibility of V8 swapping it in real life. I don't think they ever did. They did leave enough room in the engine bay to fit a V8. And I guess for some reason, Forza chose that one. Good choice. If we are gonna be a B-Class car, I probably don't need all the horsepower. I think this 3.2 is gonna be more than enough. 300 horsepower. Turbocharger, don't need that. Lotus Esprit, nah, I'm no longer a turbo boy. Chat, are we gonna be going fast enough to really get the benefit of aero? I don't really think so. I mean, I really like the look of that front aero. We'll definitely come back and use that in a second, but I think for a B-Class build, I don't think we really need it. Even the rear wing doesn't look terrible. It's maybe a little small. I think I'll go for, oh my God, semi-slicks is already the top of B-Class. Let me go sport tires. That still leaves us with a little bit of PI room. Okay. I probably want a little bit thicker tires. 245s is probably good. Then we've got some engine spacers. What the shit is that? Why is it so much bigger in the rear? We'll update the whole drivetrain so we can actually shift gears without waiting 3.5 business days. Very nice. Give it a race differential. Lovely. We definitely don't need to upgrade the brakes for this thing. We're not going to be going fast enough to really get any benefit from it, so we'll pass on that. We will give it some race suspension, I think. That also looks incredible, minus my awful front offset. Give it a little bit of weight reduction. Yes. Oh. we're top of B class. 2,200 pounds. We are a proper Lotus now. 320 horsepower. This is what I'm talking about. Wait, what? The Lotus Esprit Essex. If you type in 1980 Lotus Essex, they're all blue. There's one white one. That's not an Essex. They're all blue. Not an Essex. Blue, blue, blue. They're blue. Not an Essex. Blue, blue, blue. Developers! After all of our upgrades, I guess we can see how good this thing actually is. We went for definitely a more cornering-based build with this thing. I mean, it should just be a fun B-class car to rip around in now. You want to know the other thing about this car that's rather funny? This car was a part bins car. The rear taillights are apparently from a Rover SD1. All of the interior switches are from cars like the Morris Marina, the Princess. The interior was literally just ripped off all of the other cars in the British Leyland fleet of cars. They basically did all of that so it could be as cheap as possible. It was actually very, 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 very cheap. This car actually went sort of kind of head to head with like the Ferrari 308 at the time. The 308, I think, was like 23,000 pounds. One of these was 17,000 pounds. This was faster than the Ferrari. In true Lotus fashion, the steering wheel is not straight. You know when usually you jump in a car and you go to drive it, you're facing straight? Not in a Lotus. In this car, you're facing slightly to the middle. Lotus does Lotus things, okay? I can't explain that one. It's a Lotus, okay? It's the way it is. What a fantastic little car. Okay, I think we need to continue the upgrades with this thing and go crazy with it now. Throw away the rules. I'm sorry, Colin Chapman. Goodbye, Lotus Esprit engine. Hello, big V8. I saw Golden in chat saying it is very fun to take off-roading. I don't think Golden did a big V8 engine swappy build. Golden says his off-road tune is V8. No. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. 750 horsepower. Golden, this is gonna be dumb fast. Golden says, can the Lotus handle water? We'll find out soon. Sir, it's a Lotus. If it saw even just a puddle, it will short circuit and die and then have an oil spill because it is a Lotus. In case you're new around here, I love Lotus. I would love to, at some point, own a skill issue. Oh! Bigger skill issue. Note to self, avoid the tree. The Lotus Exige is one of my all-time favorite cars and is very near the top of my list of cars I would love to own one day. This car has like unlimited grip with Golden's tune on it. The combination of the aero and the chunky tires is silly. It's actually silly. Golden, I think you gotta change your name from Golden Railgun to Golden Grippy. What if we call him Grippy Railgun? That's a good name. Look, it slides out perfectly. I love it. I love it. Well done. Lotuses aren't usually known for going off-road, but somehow this car just keep doing it. If I want to max this out and build the best version of this car, not necessarily the fastest version, but the best to drive version. The Lotuses from like 10 years ago, didn't all of those use like Toyota engines and Honda engines? So I guess it's not that unrealistic to use this. So we go like that, we keep it rear-wheel drive, then we add a fat turbocharger to our VTEC engine. Then I will give it aero in the front and in the rear. I want it to be a cornering boy. It's a Lotus at the end of the day. I definitely need brakes on this thing now. It's gonna be pretty rapid like this. Then we'll go race suspension, lovely. 720 horsepower. We've got mega grip. We are middle of S1 class. Let's give it a go. I love our green paint job with this thing. Look at the big boys that we're going up against here now. We will test the CLK GTR. Sorry, a CLR GTR. We'll see what our VTEC engine is like. We've got to send it through the corners since that's where we're going to be the best. Look at the grip leaning on the tires. That's sick. Oh, what a sick little car. Send it up the inside with a nice switchback. I told you. I told you. Is it the fastest version of this car that exists? No. Is it the best version of this car that exists? Maybe. It's not that fast. It's not fast, actually, at all. But this is one of those cars that kind of feels realistic. You get just the right amount of slide out of it. I love it. Up the inside on the Ferrari. Little bit of slip out of the thing. I think we absolutely nailed it with this car. It definitely needs some James Bond work to it. It could do with an ejecto seat. It could do with some guns fitted to it. It could do with the little spikes that drop out of the back. I mean, I guess if you wanted to go really try hard, you could get some fins for it and make it go underwater too. What a beautiful car, though. That was such a nice drive. Beautiful. I think this will be a more fun car to go hardcore drifting with. All-wheel drive, drag tires. It's mid-engine. We can get the big V8 in it. I think this is going to be a lovely, lovely drift car. And you know what? I'll supercharge the engine. So now I'm a GT500 engine. All right, drag tires go burr. You know what? I'm even going to go for the 4-speed gearbox. We're going to go that try hard. Okay, sure. Why not? Get it some lightweight brakes, drift suspension goes on, and we're just not going to talk about the offset, okay? We're just not. Max upgraded GT350 engine, 1,000 horsepower. To be fair, if anything, we made it more reliable by giving it a V8, so I'll take that as a dub immediately. Look at the rear end, immediately wanting to step out. In we go. We're about to see just how light the Colin Chapman vehicle really is. If anything, it's actually got almost too much grip. It doesn't want to slide nearly as much as some of our try-hardy cars do. 1,000 horsepower and drag tires, and it grips up like that? That's not a great run, though. I'm going to need to work on this tune. 220K. I'm going to crank the tire pressure. That just had way too much grip. We're trying to take a car that is just built to be grippy and trying to make it not grippy. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that it's grippier than I thought, but I mean, I guess it wasn't something that I was really expecting. Like, look, it doesn't want to get angle. That's crazy. In we go. Keep it going. Keep it going. See, there's the angle that I'd like from this thing. 115K. We're really able to keep the points coming this time. Oh, my days. Oh, my. This is a great drift car. Great drift car. Look at it go. 230, baby! I would love to see the developers add more cars like this to Forza Horizon. Cars that have a great backstory behind them, that have incredible engine swap. What a beautiful car. I love the Lotus Esprit.